By mid-1914, there were more than 500,000 Model Ts on the roads of the world, and by 1923, the company was producing more than half of America's automobiles. In 1927, the last Model T and the first new Model A were produced, followed in 1932 by the first Ford V8. Till then, Ford had acquired the Lincoln Motor Company, which would produce Ford's luxury Lincolns and Continentals. And after a few more years, Ford introduced the first Mercury. That is, a car in the medium price range. As early as 1906, when Henry Ford had acquired 58.5% of the company's stock, Airship came in singing like spring, and Edsel Ford became the second president of the company. Well, that wasn't the end of Henry's presidency, and on Edsel's death in 1943, Henry Ford returned to the presidency. But right after 2 years, he turned it over to his grandson, Henry Ford II. The new owner acknowledged how tangled the system of financial management was and reinvigorated its working by hiring talented younger managers. The new Ford Mustang is going to be launched in 2022, as the reports say, and is going to be redesigned for the 2023 model year. And according to Automotive News reports, the 7th generation Mustang will also have an 8-year product cycle. That does seem to be amazing. This timeline reminds me of the current S650 Mustang that debuted in 2014 as a 2015 model because... duh. Now we can expect that the upcoming S650 Mustang will get a mid-cycle refresh like most products. We know that the current S550 Ford Mustang has been around for a while now, and although it's received updates, special editions, and a ton of variants, the structure dates back to 2014. Since the report suggested that Ford would prolong the life of the S550 until 2026 to try to keep costs down, most of us weren't expecting the new Ford Mustang. We surely have considered the fact that the timeline may have moved up now because of the job post published on LinkedIn. The job was for a wind, road noise, and air leakage plant vehicle team, or PVT, engineer. At the Flat Rock plant where the current Mustang is built, the posting says the engineer will assist with quality assurance on the current Mustang, but, more importantly, will be the final sign-off on the Ford 2023 Mustang S650. It was posted by the official Ford LinkedIn account, and the posting redirects applicants to a page on the Great People recruiting site. And in case if that wasn't enough, because too much is never enough, the listing also notes the engineer will be the on-site lead when the S650 launches in 2022 as a 2023 MY. The thing here is that facts never welcome such a suggestion until the automaker publicly confirms it. And here, the matter is not the same, friends. A direct job posting from a manufacturer like this is fascinating on another level, which is exactly why the post was removed soon enough. Just to clarify our minds with an outline, rumors have hinted that the next Mustang will be built on the same platform that underpins the rear-wheel drive-based Ford Explorer and Lincoln Aviator. Ford sold 72,489 Mustangs in 2019, down 4.4% from 2018's total of 75,842. As for the new Mustang, Automotive News does say that Ford is expecting to sell 97,000 Mustangs per year, with 20,000 of those being convertibles. If the company is planning for 25% more sales, hopefully, that means it has something exciting planned for the 7th generation pony car. Furthermore, the next Mustang is expected to have powertrain options beyond the current car's turbocharged 4-cylinder and naturally aspirated V8. Allow me to rephrase the words of the then CEO Mark Fields, who confirmed a hybrid Mustang would arrive in 2020, which would prove V8 power and even more low-end torque in January 2017. These publication points describe the twin-motor drive system for hybrid vehicle, detailing a V8 gas engine powering a rear axle along with 2 electric motors mounted directly to opposing sides of the engine, each undoubtedly powering a front wheel. Now how's that? I'm not even done yet. The following year, Field's replacement Jim Hackett pushed the launch of the new Mustang generation from 2020 to 2021. This setup opens up the potential for Acura NSX-style torque vectoring, and by that I mean it will be further closing the handling gap between Ford's muscle car and its proud import rivals. Now, one thing we know is that since 1993, the Mustang hasn't shared its platform with any other Ford vehicle. Although I believe it could move a variation of the CD6 rear and all-wheel drive architecture used by the Ford Explorer and Lincoln Aviator. But hey, I don't work at Ford Motor Company, so let's just keep my thought aside. The first generation of Ford Mustang shared its platform with the Ford Falcon, while later iterations shared underpinnings with cars as diverse as the Ford Thunderbird, Mercury Cougar, and Lincoln Continental. Now, this talk is going a bit more tech-specific with all the terms relating to cars and their complex structure, but let's just hope you are getting my point. So, the rival Dodge Challenger shares much with the Chrysler 300 and Dodge Charger sedans, while the Chevrolet Camaro uses a slightly older version of the Alpha architecture underpinning the new Cadillac CT4 and CT5 sedans. The next thing I would say after all the talk is that shortly after the next Mustang launches in 2022, it may find itself with less competition. Another far possibility for the upcoming Mustang is for the professionals out there seeking for their muscle cars to run exclusively on fossil fuels. Let's just say that it's unlikely the hybrid V8 will be the only powertrain choice when the 7th generation S650 drops in the upcoming years. Having the hybrid Mustang available alongside a regular, unelectrified V8 as well as an entry-level EcoBoost 4-cylinder is a strong possibility. What do you guys say? And don't make me think I'm the only one on this side. I mean, at least it's not a Civic. The CD6 platform uses a longitudinal engine configuration with rear-wheel drive as well as the option of both all-wheel drive and electrification. In short, it will not only be capable of providing the same rear-wheel drive thrills we currently have and somehow love, but also has what it needs to expand its capabilities to meet changing market demands. And although the style of the Ford Mustang is easily apparent to anyone, we know that we have to look under the hood to appreciate the power of this beast. In the end, we know that automatic 10-speed transmission and a manual 6-speed transmission are offered on the EcoBoost and GT models. The Shelby GT500 comes exclusively with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission furnished by Tremec, and the V8 will be offered on the 5-liter and 5.2-liter engines. So that means we'll be seeing the Ford Mustang on a good number of streets over the coming years. The numbers should remind us of the previous year's ratio. In 2016, Ford sold 6,208 Mustangs, while the year before last it sold 3,948. Though that shows a 36% decline in the ratio, it's still more than 3 times as many vehicles sold as the next best-selling car in its segment. And the decline is not due to any other reason than the significantly increased prices which accompanied the 2018 mid-cycle enhancement. Over the same years, if we compare Toyota 86, their sales declined 72%. So here we have our winner. And yes, we're going to spot numerous Mustang 2022 models in the coming years after the launch. Allow me to say that as promising as the new Mustang sounds, we have to keep our senses high and expectations low on a few things, because the point to be noted is the fact that the Autocar Report hasn't cited facts. I really hope you enjoy the video and the car. Good luck trying to get one of these, because I really wish you do. See ya!